Gentlemen, welcome back to Becoming a Better Man. I'm Eli. And today I have a very, very brief topic to discuss. It's such a simple topic, yet so many men get confused by this. And I'm going to clarify it as best as possible because I know it's the younger men that are confused by this. I'm 47, almost 48 years old, and I have a lot of experience regarding this, and the more experience you have, it becomes easier. But, a gentleman posted in a Reddit forum, which I'll get to here in a second, regarding, should guys focus on a specific niche or niche type of women or woman, or, should they just, go after all women, leave it wide open. And, before I get to this Reddit posting here and share what he wrote and what some people wrote in the comments section, I will say this. When you're younger and you don't have much experience in dating, you're going to pretty much go after any woman that gives you the time of day because you don't have any experience. Now, is that the right thing to do? No, but you have to start somewhere, right? Put yourself out there and just start dating women, start asking women out, and see what type of women say yes to you, see what type of women say no to you. And the women you end up being with, look how they treat you, not just, base it on their physical attractiveness, right? You have to, a lot of you guys out there, when you say a specific, niche of woman, you pretty much, look at it from a physical attractiveness standpoint. And while, yes, there has to be physical attraction, that's a given there. That's not everything. For me, what's more important is the personality, is, how feminine is the woman? How sweet is she? Does she have a nice, sweet, feminine voice? Is she laid back and down to earth, kind, caring, and considerate? Or is she very bossy or masculine sounding? Does she have a masculine voice? Is she demanding, right? There's a big difference there. And like I've said before in other videos, I'll say it again, I would prefer to go out with a woman that's a little less physically attractive than, society standards, that has a great personality compared to a super hot woman that has a terrible personality. So with that being said, let's get into this Reddit posting here. And this is from the subreddit Purple Pill Debate, one of my favorite subreddits there, because I'm a purple pill man. If you don't know what a purple pill man is, or you don't know what the pills of MGTOW are, just search for the red pill, purple pill, and blue pill, and you'll find out. The original poster posted, should men try and appeal to a specific niche or niche of women or to a majority of them? Let's read what he wrote. Okay. Is it smarter for a man to try and appeal to a larger demographic of women or a niche? He ends up kind of generic, appealing to the masses, but has less women interested if he does drastic things. Well, like I've always said, attraction is a must and not a choice. Okay? And so, even like, let me give you an example here. Let's say you've dated 2 or 3 women in your life, and the women that you are attracted to are women without tattoos, women that may be Caucasian or a specific race or ethnicity, right? Okay? And let's say you're single after those 3 relationships, and then you approach women that were similar to your exes, regarding everything I just mentioned, and they start rejecting you, okay? Just because that type of woman was attracted to you doesn't mean a similar type of woman is going to be attracted to you. Attraction is a must and not a choice, and every woman looks and feels attraction differently. So, in my honest opinion, I think you should leave your options wide open And even with the wrong women that don't work out or reject you, at least you're practicing asking women out. You're becoming more comfortable with asking women out. You're brushing up on your social skills, and you're learning to, most importantly, deal with rejection, which is something that a lot of guys have a problem with, which affects them from getting women, right? Sometimes women will test you by semi-rejecting you to see how you're going to react. And if you just kind of brush it off, say, hey, okay, cool, yeah, hey, you know what, if you change your mind and you want to go out sometime, give me a call. You have my number, but take care, best of luck to you, right? That's the best thing to do when you get rejected, because a woman might say, all right, this guy actually, can take rejection. And I kind of actually liked him, but I was looking to see how much of a spine he had. I'll reach out to him in a couple of days if he doesn't text me or bug me, and maybe we can hang out, right? I'm talking about style choices. Think about it. There are plenty of women that love beards and tattoos, but even those women would never turn down a guy just because he didn't have a beard or tattoos. That is true. I used to not be attracted to women that have tattoos in my younger days. I used to say, hey, I will never date a woman with tattoos. But after, dating a few women, I dated a woman with tattoos, and she was a really good woman, and she had a great personality, and she was very responsible, had a sweet voice, right? And so, you have to leave your options wide open, because you just never know where chemistry is going to come from, right? And attraction is going to come from. Attraction is a must and not a choice, and you'd be surprised, who you're going to end up being attracted to and who's going to be attracted to you. Like the person you would least expect to have attraction for you, or you have attraction for, may end up being the best fit for you to have a life with. So leave your options open. But there are plenty of women that hate beards and tattoos, and they would turn a guy like that down. Well, there are women that are just very difficult, right? That just don't give any guy a chance and make it difficult for any guy. But for any normal, reasonable, down-to-earth woman, she's going to, not really have a particular type. It's all just going to be about attraction and chemistry when you first lay eyes on each other. And because people meet online nowadays, you got to meet as soon as possible, because the first 3 seconds are going to determine your fate. Okay. A guy like this appeals to less women than a guy like this, simply because women that don't like beards and tattoos wouldn't like the first guy, but women that like them would still date a man without them. Attraction is different for everyone, and most normal, reasonable, decent people, I'll say it again, don't really have any particular type. I've asked women in the past, what type of guys are you attracted to? And most of them will say, I don't really have a type. I just look to see how the vibe feels, right? And, if that chemistry and attraction is there when we meet. Because most people, like I said again, are meeting online. So I wouldn't overthink it. I would just put yourself out there and start asking women out and seeing what happens, and meeting up with them as soon as possible and seeing if the chemistry is there and going from there. Same goes for bald men. I'm a bald man. And I used to think in my younger days that was going to affect me with women, but I will tell you this, as I've gotten older, I take care of myself. I'm in better shape and look a lot younger than most guys my age. Even women that prefer a man to have hair, okay, will give me a chance. Oh, even though they typically wouldn't date a bald guy, they give me a chance because I take care of myself and have a great personality. But again, everybody's different, and you don't know until you put yourself out there, and then you end up meeting in person and seeing that the chemistry is there. Even women that love bald men wouldn't turn down a guy that has hair, but women that hate bald men wouldn't look twice at a bald guy. Well, there are some women that absolutely will not date a bald guy, a guy that has no hair, a guy with a shaved head like myself, right? That's why, when I was single, I'm not right now. When I was single, okay, I would be very clear. I'd even write it in my online dating profiles, because a lot of women would miss my pictures. Some pictures I'll wear a hat. Some pictures I show my shaved bald head. So whenever I would talk with women by phone before I would meet them back in those days, I would say, hey, I just want to make sure you read my entire profile. I do have a shaved head. I'm very secure and confident about it, but some women miss it, and some women just won't date a guy with a shaved head. And then they'll say, no, I saw that. You look great. And you know what? You shouldn't worry about what other people think. No, I'm not worried about what other people think. Everyone has a preference. And I'm just saying, I'm just making sure that you notice that and that you are open to dating the bald guy. That's it, right? No problems. Just handle it that way. Guys like The Rock and Boris Kodjoe appeal to a specific niche of women, while men with gray hair like Zayn or Momoa appeal to a larger amount of women. Well, when you're talking about famous people, I mean, some women will just give any famous star or athlete a chance no matter what. So that's not really a fair comparison there. So the question is it better to end up generic looking, trying to appeal to a large amount of women, or should you go super unique with your style and try to appeal to certain women? Would average men stand out more with tattoos and beards? No, just be yourself. You guys are overthinking this. Dude, the person who wrote this and any other guy that thinks like this, you're overthinking it. Take care of yourself as best as possible. Stay healthy and fit. If you are a little overweight, get on a diet, lose that weight, slim down a bit, get some nice clothes. If you want to grow a beard like I do, grow a beard. If you're getting older and you have some gray hair and you want to look younger, use Just for Men like I do. Okay? If you have a shaved head, be proud of your shaved head, but maybe start wearing some hats. The women I've dated say, your hats look good on you, but I also like your shaved head, right? Just be yourself. Don't go out of your way trying to make yourself something to try to attract other women. Just be yourself. And the women that are attracted to you will just come to you, right? Will just be attracted to you. You do not need to overthink it. That's the bottom line right there. Let's read a few comments here and wrap this up. Having a niche is pretty much inevitable. There simply is no person who is very attractive to all members of the opposite sex. I don't think having a niche is inevitable. I think you need to leave your options open because you never know who you're going to be attracted to and who's going to be attracted to you. And it's more than just the physical. It should be more about what's on the inside and how easygoing the person is to hang out with. Some of the women my friends consider 10s are barely noticeable to me, too tall, breasts too big, etc., simply because I have personal taste outside of my control. No, dude, you're looking at women, you're looking at the hottest women, and you're going after these women just because they're hot. And you're not caring at all about their personality. You guys have to not only look at the physical attractiveness aspects of a woman, you have to look and see what her personality is like. Is she nice? Is she sweet? Is she kind? Okay? Or is she stuck up, conceited, arrogant, right? You don't want to be with a woman like that. You want to be with an easygoing woman that's as attractive as possible. And you know what? You may not find a 9 or a 10 that has the personality you're seeking, but you may find a 6, 7, or an 8 that's still fairly cute and is going to be easy to get along with rather than have a 9 or a 10 that's going to drive you insane. I have known women who get wet for arrogant men in suits, others who dry up at the sight of them. There are a lot of people that play games, especially when people are younger and don't have any experience. Those are the people I would stay away from. You want to just be cool, calm, and collective. Be a decent, down-to-earth dude. Be yourself, right? Take care of yourself as best as possible. Don't go out of your way to turn yourself into something you're not to try to attract women because you'll attract the wrong woman. Just be yourself, and you're going to attract like-minded type of women with a similar great personality. A lot of these women, who get wet for arrogant men in suits, others who dry up at the sight of them, the ones who dry up at the sight of arrogant men are women that want a decent guy. The women that enjoy arrogant men in suits are just after them for their money. You guys have to understand personality. You should weigh personality a little more important than looks. This is one of the few times when be yourself is good advice. I'm going to give you a big round of applause for that. I could not agree anymore. Could not agree anymore. This is one of the few times when be yourself is good advice. Don't just be yourself. Recognize your niche, accentuate your positives, and only go for women who are clearly attracted to you within the niche that is you. Quite frankly, until you've dated 2, 3, or 4 women in your life, and you see a pattern of the women you're attracted to and that are also attracted to you, you're not going to even know what your niche is. And even then, if you figure out what your niche is of what you're attracted to and you know, women that are attracted to you as well on the flip side, if you encounter women that are similar in the future, they may not be attracted to you. Attraction is on an individual basis. So I wouldn't even niche down. I would just put yourself out there and just see what happens. Just be yourself. Get to know people, right? Ask questions early on. If you're using online dating, ask questions through the messaging program, through texting, and have a phone conversation and see how that person's personality is, how that woman's personality is, right? And if you can't even get along over the phone, how are you going to get along in person, right? Guys, you guys are being phased by physical attraction. You're thinking with your pee-pee, and just, you know, getting the hottest woman to have sex with you rather than finding a good overall woman that's reasonably attractive as well. Having a niche is pretty much inevitable. There is simply no person who is very attractive to all members of the opposite sex. So this person is responding to part of the original post he was posting. And he writes, "Excuse me, have you forgotten about Danny DeVito? Danny DeVito is a famous star who's really not attractive at all. But women can be attracted to even guys that are perceived to be unattractive because of their social status. Like, I wouldn't want to be with a woman like that. I would want to be with a woman that likes me for me regardless of what I do, even if I'm a famous star." 2 more replies. "Danny DeVito is a god among us mere mortals. He doesn't count because no one alive could match his golden godlike body." That made my night. Danny DeVito's golden godlike body. "He isn't attractive to all members of the opposite sex. He's attractive to all members of both sexes." I'm going to leave that one alone. He's not saying everyone will be attractive. He's asking for the majority rather than the unanimous gender, that is, women creaming themselves over one particular look. Listen, any normal man or woman is going to want to be with the most physically attractive person. Okay? But this is what I tell guys and gals to do. Find the most physically attractive person that also has a big heart, is a kind, caring, down-to-earth, easygoing, and lovable type of person, right? That means you might not find a man or a woman that's a 9 or a 10 on the physical attractive scale with that great personality, but you might find one that's a 6, 7, or an 8, which is still pretty cute and attractive, and they're going to be easy to get along with, and it's going to be real and genuine, rather than you guys always going after the 9s and 10s and the women going after the 9s and 10s and then complaining that it never works out. Are you guys getting the picture here? You guys are making it all about the hottest women, and you're not taking personality into consideration at all. Some guys are just attractive to the vast majority of women. I think we know which guys those are, the Chads and Tyrones, but they're not looking to settle down. And women try to lock them down, and then they complain and say there aren't any good men out there because, you know, women aren't giving the 6, 7s, and 8s a chance. Not all, but many of them. It's the guys who are struggling who should really try to be attractive to a niche. No, leave it wide open. Don't settle for a niche. You never know who's going to be attracted to you and who's not until you put yourself out there. All right, folks. I'm going to wrap it up right there. So, before I wrap it up, guys, again, don't make it all about looks. The reason why so many men and women struggle to find a good partner and end up saying, oh, there aren't any good men left out there. Oh, there aren't any good women left out there. No, there are plenty left out there. It's just many of you guys are trying to go after the women that are considered to be a 9 or a 10 on the physical attractive scale. And same with you women. You're going after the guys that are a 9 or a 10. If you just lower your physical standard just a little bit, an 8, a 7, or a 6, which is still fairly cute and attractive, right? You're going to find better quality people that are not arrogant because, the 9s and 10s, they know they're super hot. They think they're super hot. They all know that their shit don't stink. Both men and women that are 9s and 10s all know for the most part their shit don't stink. You don't want to be with a person that thinks their shit doesn't stink. You want to be with someone that is easygoing, down to earth, is humble, and is going to not only judge you based on physical attraction, is also going to look at your head and your heart as well. So, with that being said, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to view another video here on the Becoming a Better Man channel. Another video is coming to this channel soon. Keep it locked here. Subscribe, bang the bell, select all notifications, and please share this out to anyone you would feel would gain value. Have a good one. We'll see you next time. Take care.